In the last year of the 4-team college football playoff, the selection committee made what I thought was a terrible mistake in leaving an undefeated Florida State team out of the playoffs. In this video, I want to make things right by putting the Noles in as the number 3 seed in the playoffs and playing through the semifinal and national championship games on NCAA Football 24. We'll get right into FSU's first round matchup against Washington and see if they can prove that they belonged in the playoffs. Alright, so here we go, man. We'll see what Florida State can do in the college football playoff, but we're going to be starting out on Washington and Michael Penix's side of things. Penix has, of course, had an amazing season, and he'll get things started with a tight dot to Jalen Polk. The Huskies are driving it out the gates here, and they're running the triple option, little bit of a different look, and they get into Florida State territory. The Huskies have been running a nice mix so far, and faced with 3rd and 6, Michael Penix delivers another dot, and on 1st and goal, he walks in for a Washington touchdown, so not the start Florida State was hoping for. So FSU gonna come out on its first drive. With them being known for their defense and their quarterback being out, that Washington drive was not encouraging, but that's a dime to start this out. Backup quarterback Tate Rodemaker came to play today, but he'll have to convert a 3rd down here, and he will get out of the pocket delivering another dot to A. The quarterback play has been fantastic so far. It's looking like these teams both truly belonged in the playoff as FSU ties it up, so we'll see if the Huskies can answer on offense. Michael Penix Jr. just takes the dump off there, and that turns into a 1st down. Washington already putting together another drive, and Michael Penix is taking a shot. This FSU defense getting absolutely cooked. This has been a wild game so far as both teams are slinging the ball around. Rodemaker continues to do a great job of filling in for Jordan Travis. FSU really needs a touchdown before half here, and Rodemaker's gonna chuck that up deep for Poitier, who comes down with it. An absolute explosion of offense here. Michael Penix continues to be dialed in, but on the ensuing 1st down, FSU sending the pressure and he takes the sack. So Washington ends up just running the clock out. The Noles will have a little bit of momentum going into the second half, and they have an opportunity for a huge run here. Trey Benson's going to pick up the first. I would look to see the Noles establish the ground game here in the second half as Rodemaker's going with the speed option, but Washington forces the fumble. Dude came out of nowhere. So a huge turn of events as the Huskies get the ball back. Michael Penix dumps that off, but that is short of the sticks. So Washington will take the field goal to get a 3-point lead. The Huskies have had the slight edge as looking like the better team so far, as FSU's offense hasn't been able to move the ball as easily. They'll need a big 3rd down conversion here to keep up with the Huskies, and Tate Rodemaker takes the sack. So FSU will punt the ball away to start the 4th quarter, and Washington gets the ball back with a chance to take control of this game. They're going Wildcat. That gets blown up in the backfield. So a huge 3rd and 14 for Penix here. It looks like he's got B deep, but his tight end cannot hold on to it. So on 4th and 14, Washington's going to have to punt the ball right back. FSU hasn't scored at all in the second half, but with 2 minutes left, they've got a money drive to tie it up or win it, and they have a huge chunk on this read option. Huskies were not expecting the run, and the Noles are in business as some smart play calling is going to get them down into Washington territory. At this point, Florida State might think about taking a little bit of time off the clock, but not playing conservative here. Rodemaker has a man wide open, and Florida State might just have a shot to win this one. Rodemaker has it on the read option again as time continues to tick down. Florida State will slow down the tempo on 1st and goal. Tate Rodemaker is going to get out of the pocket here, and his great game continues. He gives the Noles what looks like a game-winning touchdown, but Washington is going to have 28 seconds to try and score here. Dude's got a little bit of space on the kick return, and he breaks free, so Washington will start with good field position with 20 seconds left. And you can never count Michael Penix Jr. out of a game, no matter how much time is on the clock. As he finds Oduze into Florida State territory, Washington takes a timeout. We have a thriller on our hands with 16 seconds left, and it looked like Penix had another man deep, but he gets hit as he throws. Huge play from the Florida State pass rush, but Penix fits that into a tight window. Washington's gonna have a chance at 2 shots to the end zone. Looks like they're just gonna go with the Hail Mary here, and Penix might have a shot. He has numbers downfield, but it gets swatted away. So one last play with 1 second left. Penix is gonna chuck it up deep, and FSU survives. They will be headed to the national championship game. Both quarterbacks had a great day, but Tate Rodemaker played the best game of his life. Alright, so next up we got Michigan versus Texas. Gotta play the other side of the bracket. Is Michigan going play action pass on the first play, and that's a dime from JJ McCarthy. Great catch by Tyler Morris. But the Wolverines are faced with a 3rd and 13 here. McCarthy gonna have to convert, and he tries to squeeze that into the tight end, but it gets broken up. So the Texas defense comes out strong, but the Wolverines defense is looking just as good so far. Texas is faced with a 3rd and 5, but Quinn Ewers delivers a dot to the sidelines to pick it up. Texas cheerleaders are going crazy after that. So the Longhorns are on the move. Ewers doesn't have a man open here, and he's gonna have to get out of the pocket. He scrambles and puts his head down, trying to get that first down. Nice sustained drive here from the Longhorns. They are taking a lot of time off the clock. Seems like they're trying to lull Michigan to sleep, and they do just that as Ewers delivers a strike to his tight end. So the Longhorns have got it on the goal line, and CJ Baxter will punch it in and give them the lead. Texas has definitely looked like the superior team so far, but you know after an undefeated season, Michigan's not going to be going out quietly. But this Texas defense is laying down the law right now. Michigan has a 3rd and inches, and once again, McCarthy has nobody open, finds Edwards, but there's a flag on the play. Looks like Edwards went out of bounds before he caught the ball. So Texas is going to get the ball right back, and they have plenty of time to score before half. Quinn Ewers is going to take a deep shot as he gets hit, and an amazing catch from Jonte Cook gets Texas deep into Wolverine territory. The Longhorns offense has looked nearly unstoppable today as Quinn Ewers has been dialed in. The Wolverines have got Texas to 3rd and 11 though, so big down, and Ewers converts again for the touchdown. Jatavion Sanders is having a crazy game. It looks like Michigan might get blown out in this game if they don't get something going soon, as JJ McCarthy chucks that up into traffic, but another amazing catch. The receivers are showing out today, and Michigan might just have something cooking before halftime. Roman Wilson gets loose down the sidelines, and they got 13 seconds left. McCarthy gonna test the Texas defense over the middle, and Cornelius Johnson finally gets the Wolverines on the board. Texas will get the ball to start the second half, and Quinn Ewers getting bum rushed in the backfield somehow gets that ball out to Jonathan Brooks, who makes a couple of moves for a big gain. Michigan has been sending a lot of pressure, and that time it gets to Ewers. Feels like the Wolverines have just a little bit of momentum as they're able to stop the Texas screen on 3rd down. So Michigan will have the ball back with a chance to tie this game up, and that's a nice run from Blake Corum to get him going. The run game hasn't been crazy effective for either of these teams, and Blake Corum puts it on the deck. Texas recovers. A devastating play for the Wolverines. The Longhorns get it back, and now Michigan is really in trouble. Ewers continues his excellent passing day. So Texas has a 3rd and 3 here, and that'll be easy cash. The Wolverines don't put enough people in the middle, and Texas punches it in to take a 2-score lead. So now things are looking pretty dire for Michigan. They need a big play out of their offense. McCarthy hasn't been able to get into a rhythm today, but that's a great catch from Tyler Morris. The Wolverines are going to have to start working quickly here, and McCarthy gets out of the pocket. He has a man just completely wide open. That's Loveland swerving around a couple guys to get all the way down to the 1. That's just what McCarthy and the boys needed, and Corum powers in for a touchdown. And Michigan is going to kick it deep. They think this defense can get a stop, so we'll see what Texas can do here. On 2nd and 8, Brooks gets swarmed in the backfield, and this game is turned really quickly. Now Texas has to pick up the 3rd and 13, and Ewers gets sacked. An unexpected turn of events, and Michigan will get the ball back with 2 minutes on the clock. They are well into Texas territory already, so we'll see if JJ McCarthy can make it happen. It looks like he's got a man open up the seam. The Texas defense is cooked. Now Michigan's got it on the goal line with the best goal line back in the country. Corum's breaking a tackle, but Texas does come up with the stop. That might not even be a good thing for the Longhorns though. They need as much time on the clock as possible. But Corum gets stuffed on 2nd down too. It looks like the Longhorns might just have a stop in them. And on 3rd and goal, McCarthy has nobody open, stepping up in the pocket and putting his head down. He gets in there for a clutch touchdown, and Michigan is going to go for 2, trying to win the game here, and McCarthy has a man wide open. It is unbelievable how this game turned around. So Texas is going to have 1 minute to try to get it down the field, and that's a good start. Ewers finds Xavier Worthy. Texas has shown today that they can move the ball quick, and Worthy might have a guy over top. He fits it into Whittington, and Texas looks to be in field goal range. All the Longhorns have to do is kick a field goal, and they will win this game. Ewers is just going to take the safe reads at this point. The Longhorns continue to let the time tick down, and Ewers has a man wide open. That's Sanders, and he is going to get into the end zone. Jatavion Sanders has had a career day, and Texas will go for 2 here to try to extend the lead to 7, but Ewers can't find anybody open. So Michigan has 17 seconds and no timeouts to try to get a game-winning touchdown. JJ McCarthy has come alive in the second half, but he has no time there. If a Michigan player gets tackled short of the 1st down, this game is probably over. McCarthy extending the play here, but once again he can't get it off. Hope is running out for the Wolverines with 9 seconds left. McCarthy's just going to chuck that up, and Wilson is able to get it. Michigan can run one more play to get this a little bit closer. That's Wilson again with 1 second left on the clock. So the Wolverines will get the chance at a Hail Mary, and it looks like they might have numbers. McCarthy chucks it up short, and it gets batted around, but Texas survives. An incredible game in the Rose Bowl. That was one for the ages, as we saw another great pair of quarterback performances. So here we go, the college football playoff national championship game. We got the 2 low seeds in here here, which is interesting, and Texas will have the ball to start. Both these teams had some excellent quarterback play in the first round, and Quinn Ewers is going to get loose here on the first play. Does take a big hit, but that's just the start that Texas wanted. Ewers is going to chuck it up to Worthy here though, and the cornerback played that perfectly. FSU's defense comes up big. So a shocking start with this game. Now FSU has the chance to make something happen, and Rodemaker floats an absolute dime to Poitier, who makes a great catch. Poitier was the only dude who could have caught that ball, and FSU has something cooking, getting another completion. The Seminoles offense has looked shockingly good in the playoffs, as Tate Rodemaker has done a great job commanding this offense. And on 2nd and goal, FSU's running back's gonna power his way into the end zone for an opening drive touchdown. The Noles are in business, so we'll see how Texas responds. A big play would be helpful as Robinson gets loose on the kick return. That's a nice way for the Longhorns to start out the drive. So Quinn Ewers will have very solid starting field position. He gets things going with a completion to Whittington. But the way FSU's offense is playing, Texas probably needs points on this drive or they might be out of the game. And this is a big time 3rd and 4 for Ewers. He's gonna try to get it to his outside receiver, but this Noles defense comes up with another pick. Ewers having a terrible start to this game, so Florida State with the chance to take control, and that is just too easy of a pass. Texas's defense is gonna have to stand up tall, but Florida State's run game has been tough to stop. Longhorns got to at least hold FSU to a field goal, and they get a big time sack on Tate Rodemaker that pushes him out of range. On 3rd and 16, FSU just runs a draw, which gets stuffed. The Noles are gonna have to punt the ball on 4th and 6, so Xavier Worthy and Texas have it right back. Quinn Ewers is gonna have to make better decisions here before halftime. Looks like he's a little bit gun shy, and he takes a sack. Texas is in serious trouble backed up in its own territory, as Ewers is gonna take a shot here. That looks like a pretty good ball, and an absolute grown man catch from Mitchell. He will take that to the crib, and Adonai Mitchell gives Texas a massive change in momentum. Right when it seemed like FSU had this game under control, Texas strikes back before halftime. The national championship game heads to the half tied, and this will be a big time drive from Florida State. They've been establishing the run all day and tons of space here for Benson. Texas is going to have to find a way to stop that. They do get Tate Rodemaker in the backfield, so 3rd and 2 with a chance for Texas to swing the momentum, but Rodemaker delivers to Bell. Texas has been a big play offense while Florida State has been consistently moving it. The Noles will be faced with another 3rd and 2, but that's an even easier conversion as Rodemaker rumbles into Texas territory. The Noles have gone with a surprising dose of quarterback run in this game. They've really made a clear effort to slow things down, and an excellent pitch from their quarterback gets them the first down. So Texas is going to have to stand up with some red zone defense, but that is going to be a big sack. It'll be a huge 3rd and 9 for Florida State as Rodemaker will get out of the pocket, throws on the run, but it's incomplete. So Texas able to hold the Noles to a field goal. So Texas hasn't been able to move the ball all day. Their only real positive play has been that big splash pass play, but none of that matters if they can get something going here. Unfortunately, Ewers completely misses his running back wide open out of the backfield. Florida State's defense comes up big, so 3rd and 17 here. Ewers gets out of the pocket and he has a receiver. That'll be a first down. Texas getting a big time play there, and Quinn Ewers is starting to heat up at the right time. Adonai Mitchell has had a huge game for the Longhorns, and Xavier Worthy gets the catch there. Just like that, Texas threatening to take the lead. Florida State's defense is falling apart at the worst possible time, so now Texas is going to be able to take some time off the clock. Jonathan Brooks may be scoring a little bit early there, so Florida State will get the ball back with 1 minute on the clock. National championship hopes on the line, and Rodemaker is just going to chuck that up. Right, somehow makes the catch in double coverage. Absolutely unbelievable. Florida State is alive with a minute to go, and the Texas defense is the one falling apart now. Field goal won't cut it for FSU. They need a touchdown, and it looked like Rodemaker might have had one there. He misses. On 2nd down, Rodemaker will have nobody open, but he gets out of the pocket looking really quick as he gets deep into Texas territory, and Florida State with a chance to win it. 1st and goal, and they have the back out of the backfield for the touchdown. Unbelievable. Tate Rodemaker gets him down the field in just 30 seconds. Texas will have 20 seconds to try to get into field goal range, and Quinn Ewers getting out of the pocket here. It looks like he has a man open, but he underthrows it. FSU is able to swat it away. That could have been a disaster for the Noles secondary, and Ewers is chucking it up again. This time FSU comes down with the pick, and that should do it. The Noles are going to be national champions. After many thought they'd get left out of the playoff, it looks like it was the right decision to put them in, and they cap off their undefeated season in dramatic fashion. Be sure to leave a like on the video. See you on the next one. Peace.